Champions versus champions. This is probably the game of the weekend and possibly the year, because we've got the Six Nations champions in France against the winners of the Rugby Championship. What an absolute treat, and I can't wait for it, right, to see what comes through. And of course, these two teams have played each other not very much. Let me show you. You can see it here, right? This is just taking only the last 12 games, but you have to go back to that Rugby World Cup match. That was tight. That was really close. But before that, we had one in 2022, which again, not much between them. But then you have to go all the way back to 2018. And even then, right, it looks like there's quite a few. But like, what is that? 4 of those were in 2017. So like over the years, it's really quite a sporadic fixture. And actually that makes it more fun for me in some ways, because you're like, we don't have a consistent regular track record of these two teams coming up against each other. And so I don't really know what to expect. When I look at the Springboks over this year, they've shown some fragility at times. They've had some phenomenal performances at times, but they've been beaten. They were beaten at home by the Wallabies. The Eden Park match, they were put pretty firmly in their box. They obviously put New Zealand right back deep in the bottom of a box the following game. And so that's the interesting contrast for me of them this year. So they've done a lot of really good stuff. They've been weak as well. And then France, well, they were really good in the Six Nations. That tour to New Zealand was interesting, right? Because I did not like them leaving all those players behind, but undeniably there was some impressive depth there, and undeniably the squads that they have playing good teams in the top 14. So I'm really fascinated to see how this comes together. I do think the Boks will have an advantage from spending so much time together over the recent period, and actually for France this is their first game back together, and they don't have the cohesion that other teams do anyway, because they simply don't play as much international rugby and their squads don't come together in the same way that often because they don't prioritise it. I guess all of that to say, I can't wait to see this. It's going to be fascinating. Who do you think is going to win?